Many people spend their entire lives trying to be noticed. They believe power belongs to the loudest voice in the room. The person who speaks first dominates every conversation and constantly demands attention. Society often rewards noise, boldness, and outward confidence, which is why quiet people are frequently misunderstood. They are seen as weak, shy, disconnected, or lacking ambition. But the truth is very different. Quiet people often possess a level of inner strength that others never develop, because real power is not always visible on the surface. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we begin to understand that the mind becomes strongest when it is calm, focused, and disciplined. Quiet individuals usually spend more time observing than reacting. While others rush to speak, they listen carefully. While others chase validation, they quietly build knowledge, emotional control, and self-awareness. This creates a deep foundation of confidence that does not depend on applause or approval from the outside world. One of the greatest strengths of quiet people is their ability to think before they act. In a world driven by impulsive reactions and endless distractions, calm individuals often make wiser decisions because they are not controlled by emotion in the moment. They pay attention to details that most people overlook. They notice behavior, patterns, tone, and energy. This level of observation gives them a strong understanding of people and situations, allowing them to move through life with greater clarity. Many successful leaders, creators, and visionaries throughout history shared this same quiet nature. They understood that silence is not emptiness. Silence is where focus grows. Silence is where ideas become powerful. Silence allows the mind to organize itself without confusion or pressure. Quiet people also tend to develop emotional resilience because they spend time understanding themselves internally instead of constantly seeking distraction externally. They learn how to manage stress, process emotions, and remain steady during difficult moments. This calm energy naturally attracts respect because people trust those who remain composed under pressure. Loud personalities may capture attention quickly, but calm personalities often leave a deeper and longer-lasting impact. There's also something incredibly powerful about a person who does not need to constantly prove themselves. Quiet confidence carries a different kind of presence. It speaks through actions rather than words. People can sense authenticity, self-control, and intelligence without any performance. According to principles inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, the subconscious mind responds best to peace, belief, and emotional balance. Quiet individuals often create this mental environment naturally because they spend more time reflecting, learning, and strengthening their inner world. Over time, this creates a powerful mindset that supports success, wisdom, and personal growth in ways many people never fully understand until they experience it for themselves. There's a reason quiet people often surprise everyone when challenges become difficult and pressure begins to rise. During moments of chaos, many individuals panic, react emotionally, or lose focus because their confidence depends heavily on external control and constant reassurance. Quiet people are different. They have usually spent years developing a strong internal world, and because of that, they often remain calm when others become overwhelmed. This calmness is not weakness. It is emotional discipline. It is the ability to stay mentally steady even when life becomes uncertain. Inspired by the teachings of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we understand that the subconscious mind absorbs whatever emotional state we repeatedly practice. A person who constantly lives in noise, distraction, and emotional instability trains the mind to remain restless. But a person who embraces silence, reflection, and thoughtful awareness gradually builds mental clarity and inner control. Quiet people often carry this hidden advantage without even realizing it. They're less interested in showing power and more interested in understanding life deeply. That mindset changes everything. When someone learns how to observe instead of constantly reacting, they begin to see opportunities, patterns, and truths that others completely miss. Quiet individuals tend to listen carefully to people, and because of this, they develop stronger emotional intelligence over time. They notice changes in behavior, shifts in energy, and unspoken emotions. This makes them more aware, more strategic, and often more compassionate. While others are focused on being heard, quiet people are focused on understanding. That understanding becomes a form of influence that is far more powerful than loud words or temporary attention. Many people also underestimate the confidence of quiet individuals because they mistake silence for insecurity. In reality, some of the most confident people in the world feel no need to constantly announce their value. They do not need to dominate every conversation to feel important. Their confidence comes from self-belief rather than approval from others. This type of inner confidence is difficult to break because it is rooted deeply within the mind. Quiet people also tend to protect their energy carefully. They spend less time trying to impress others and more time improving themselves privately. While the world sees only silence, growth is happening internally every single day. Skills are being developed. Knowledge is being collected. Emotional strength is becoming stronger. Over time, this private self-development creates remarkable results that appear sudden to others, even though the process has been building quietly for years. According to principles inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, the mind becomes most powerful when it is focused clearly on purpose instead of scattered by unnecessary noise. Quiet people naturally understand this concept because they're comfortable with stillness. They know how to think deeply, reflect honestly, and move carefully toward their goals. In a society that constantly rewards attention-seeking behavior, many people forget that true strength often grows in silence. The strongest minds are not always the loudest. Sometimes the most powerful person in the room is the one who speaks the least, listens the most, and understands everything happening around them with complete clarity and quiet confidence. One of the most misunderstood truths about quiet people is that their silence is often mistaken for fear, when in reality, it can be a sign of deep self-control and awareness. Many people speak constantly because silence makes them uncomfortable. They feel the need to fill every moment with words, opinions, and reactions because they are searching for validation, attention, or reassurance from the outside world. Quiet people usually operate differently. They are often comfortable being alone with their thoughts, and this ability gives them a major psychological advantage. Inspired by the wisdom of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we can understand that the quality of a person's inner thoughts shapes the quality of their life. A calm and disciplined mind becomes a powerful source of confidence, creativity, and emotional balance. Quiet individuals often spend more time thinking deeply about their goals, decisions, and personal growth. Because of this, they are less likely to be controlled by impulsive emotions or outside pressure. They do not rush into every argument, seek approval from every crowd, or waste energy trying to prove their worth to people who do not understand them. Instead, they develop patience, and patience is one of the rarest forms of strength in the modern world. Quiet people also tend to become highly independent thinkers because they are not constantly influenced by noise and distraction. They learn how to trust their own judgment. While others may follow trends or chase temporary popularity, quiet individuals often focus on long-term growth and meaningful purpose. This creates a strong sense of inner direction that cannot easily be shaken by criticism or negativity. Many of the world's most thoughtful leaders, inventors, writers, and successful individuals were known for their calm and reserved personalities. Their power came from concentration, discipline, and vision rather than loud behavior. Quiet people understand something that many others never fully realize. Attention and influence are not the same thing. Someone can attract attention for a moment, but real influence comes from depth, consistency, and emotional intelligence. This is why calm people often become trusted advisors, respected leaders, and dependable friends. Their words carry weight because they do not speak carelessly. When they finally choose to express themselves, people listen. Another hidden strength of quiet individuals is their ability to conserve emotional energy. They're often more selective about who they spend time with and what situations deserve their attention. This protects their mental clarity and allows them to stay focused on what truly matters. According to principles inspired by Dr. Joseph Murphy, the subconscious mind responds powerfully to repeated thoughts and emotional patterns. Quiet people often create healthier mental habits because they spend time in reflection instead of constant stimulation. They naturally strengthen concentration, self-awareness, and emotional stability. Over time, this creates a quiet but undeniable confidence that does not depend on status, applause, or recognition. The world may not always notice the quiet person immediately, but eventually people recognize the strength, wisdom, and calm presence that quietly influences every room they enter. True power rarely needs to announce itself loudly, because real strength speaks through actions, stability, and the ability to remain calm while everything around you feels uncertain and chaotic.